Megan with LuLaRoe, Megan Llewellyn, and I just wanted to take some time to address a topic that I feel like is not addressed often enough, and that is having depression and anxiety and still working your business. And whether that be LuLaRoe or any other direct sales business, it can be really challenging. So yeah, I wanted to address that and just kind of let others know that, you're not alone. There are tons of us out there that are suffering with the same thing and are still trying to, be boss ladies and get through things. So I think the most important thing is to know that you're not alone, and to also know that there are others out there who, also struggle and have to prevail through things. So I know that has helped me during my weak points. And sometimes you do just have to kind of take some time off, and that's okay. I don't think you need to feel guilty. I know I do not do as much as others, and sometimes I feel really, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel really inadequate compared to my peers that are also LuLaRoe consultants, and I think a lot of that stems from my anxiety and from my depression and just dealing with that. But at the same time, I think it's important for me to realize too that, I'm not them, they're not me, we're all different. So, me working a full-time job and doing this for fun and doing this as just a fun side business, it can be harder. It can be harder for me to dedicate as much time as I would like. So, on average, I do spend 10 to 25, sometimes 30 hours a week just on LuLaRoe, and that's a lot. That's a lot when you're already working 40 hours a week. So it can be a little challenging to compare yourself to someone else who might be working 45 to 50 hours on only LuLaRoe, and maybe they're not working a full-time job, or maybe they're just working another part-time job. So every single circumstance is different. I also find myself comparing myself to those who are moms, and I'm just like, how on earth can I complain about not being able to do it when they're moms and they're doing it? And I'm just really, really hard on myself when I have to, know that, again, I'm not them, and my circumstances are different, and my why is different, just like their why is different. So even though their why might be part of, their family, mine is part of my family too. It's part of supporting those in my family and doing better for others. So I think that we really do have to kind of pull ourselves up from our bootstraps at times, and just know that it's okay. It's okay to be weak sometimes. It's okay to need to ask for help. There's been multiple times that I've had to ask my family to help step in and help me with things. If you have depression or anxiety, you know that occasionally things can get very overwhelming, and for me, that was shipping. Shipping was super overwhelming for me. For whatever reason, it just stressed me out. So my husband started taking over that role. That was his part of the business, and he normally does that for me. Now, sometimes I do have to pick it up and do it. Just like today, he had to work, so I did some shipping, and it was fine. I just said, you know what, I'm gonna spend 30 minutes, I'm gonna package these items, and I was done. And in fact, I spent more time getting more things done, and I probably wouldn't have otherwise. So if I had just, told myself, oh my gosh, this is so hard, like this is so much stuff, this is too much for me to do, like those are the things that kind of go through my head, and it can make it really difficult. But when you tell yourself, okay, just 30 minutes, I'm just gonna take 30 minutes, that makes a difference. Another technique that I have employed kind of along those lines is the Pomodoro method. And if you're not familiar with that, Pomodoro is Italian for tomato, and it's a timer. It's like a kitchen timer sort of idea, but the idea is for productivity. You would set a timer for 25-30 minutes. You would focus mainly on what you're doing for that full 30 minutes, and then you take maybe a 5-minute break. Then you do another 30 minutes of full focus, another 5-minute break, and then at some point you get like a 15-minute break, and you just keep doing those throughout your day. I have found that extremely beneficial, just to be able to take the time to truly focus in on the task that I'm working on. So if you've not tried that, I would. There's a lot of free apps out there, but of course you can just use your iPhone timer app or your phone app, whatever you want to use, can also help. So, but yeah, the Pomodoro technique has been extremely beneficial. And also meditations. I know some people are not all about that, and I really wasn't at first, and I feel like it really helps to just kind of breathe, So if you like podcasts, definitely check out some of the meditations that are on there. There's a lot of different podcasts that are dedicated to doing meditations. There's daily meditation podcasts. There are affirmation podcasts. So a lot of those can also help just to kind of let you breathe and just know that it's okay. So that is something that I recommend too. Another thing that has helped me is asking for help beyond just my family. So I have gone to therapy. I have gone to my counselor, frequently. I do see a counselor. I do go to my doctors, so that's important. Like, if you do need help, don't let others tell you not to go get the help that you need. You do need to get the help you can. It is out there for you. So that is something I would definitely recommend, is if you're not already seeking some sort of treatment, definitely do. Just because you should not have to struggle every single day and feel your absolute lowest every single day. Now, granted, for me, because of the type of mental illness, I guess is what it is called, that I suffer from, I do have ups and downs, highs and lows, and it's not very stable 24/7. However, most of the time I'm able to function, and that is what's important. So I'm able to function with the treatment that I have, so that's important. But yeah, I feel like it's not talked about enough, and if you are struggling or know someone who is struggling, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to be an ear to listen as well. But again, this is not just for LuLaRoe consultants. This is for anyone who's working in direct sales, or anyone who's working, period, and just, is trying to do more than one thing at a time. It can be really difficult to work multiple jobs, and unfortunately with today's society and just our economy and the way things are, that is more common than not for many people. I know so many people that are in direct sales that are also working full-time or part-time jobs too, just to supplement their incomes and while they're doing the direct sales. I also know a lot of people that are working multiple part-time positions just to make up for full-time work. And in college, that's what I did. I did 3 part-time jobs at one time, and it was very difficult, very challenging to be doing that while going to school full-time and being involved on campus. It was very difficult, but I did it. So a lot of times I have to kind of rephrase myself and kind of think about that and just think, you've done this before, you can do it again, and you just kind of have to reassure yourself. So you can't be your own worst enemy. And that's one of the hardest things, I think, is that we all are. We all have those internal dialogues with ourselves that can be negative and can really push you down. So you do have to kind of pull yourself back up from that. So just kind of keep that in mind too. But again, if you do want to reach out, if you do have any questions, or if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Of course, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, so I'm not giving you medical advice, but I am just saying that I'm an ear that listens. So I'm happy to always listen and help. And we do have a community on Facebook as well that I'm happy to refer you to if you're a LuLaRoe consultant, and you might find it helpful to you. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I feel like it's just not talked about, and it's also a very taboo subject, and it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be, because we're all human and we're all in this together. So anyway, but thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you ever need anything at all, just let me know. Thanks. Bye.